Yo, it's your boy, DRC from PainInTheGulo.com.
And your boy Remy Roy causing that ruckus. And
Yo,
this is
talk
yo shit.
nigga.
That was perfect, nigga. Bro, I'm worrying about bitches who can't even run a lot, bro. Like, it's real, nigga. Like, I think I roll my kid out the crib. Nigga, you get your ass up. Get the fuck out of here. Right? So you remember like probably like last year, I was like, I'm not the one to be telling my bitch, oh, you getting too big, So you gotta ready me on that exercise, like I'm gonna find somebody who take care of them, who I gotta catch up to, like, alright, bitch do more push-ups than me, like, but it's like, yo, I'm not telling you you're getting fat, bro. You should be able to see that on you. And another thing too, what's crazy is when your partner gets fat, how it fucks with you, because it's like, what's happened to me in my past is, like, I don't feel sexy no more. That don't mean I don't find you sexy, but since you don't feel sexy, you don't want to do shit, and it's like, now I gotta suffer because you don't feel sexy. Now whose fault is that? Now I could try to encourage you to exercise, but then you're gonna think I'm saying there's something wrong. Bitch. So that's why I don't even stick that. But it's like, now I gotta suffer because you no longer feel. And then on top of it, I get it with the society's demands, but it's like, most niggas, and I think women don't get this shit, for most niggas, the attraction is what draws you in. If a nigga's around after he smashed 3, 4, 5 times, you got the nigga. You know what I mean? But it's like, now your inside better be as good as your attraction. You know what I mean? You'll usually be able to keep him a little bit with the pussy, but if you're not bringing the peace or things that he knows or doesn't know that he needs in his life, then eventually he's gonna. You know what I mean? This relationship ain't gonna work. But I don't think most people be thinking like that. It's just like, I don't think most people think that way.
Bro, I'm not crazy, man. I really had I swear to God, my nigga, I thought I was just being an extremist, and I really was. I was at a certain point, but the message was always clear.
And you take care of yourself, my nigga. Then not everything, but it's no religion. We live in a consuming world, rapid pace. So of course,
and everything is small. The world is a lot smaller because of the internet. So it's like, now you don't get to just see the quote unquote bad or attractive women around your area. You see bad bitches from Atlanta, North Carolina, from fucking California, across the seas and shit. And it's like, I feel like it creates an illusion that what is real or there's an abundance of this. You know what I mean? And it's like, and then just because somebody look good or is doing well, don't mean that they look good and is doing well. Like, that shit is crazy. And then on top of that too, like you said earlier, a lot of people have their blessings, their talents, their gifts, but nobody's cultivating the shit. So now when like you've been blessed with beauty, you know what I mean? And you take it for granted. So now you hit 30 or you hit 25 and your metabolism starts getting big, your acne start blowing up and shit and stuff like that. You start getting unhealthy, you can't do activities anymore and stuff like that. And it's just like, now I met you when you was beautiful, but I didn't realize you're not maintaining or taking care of yourself. And then now it becomes my job, and then when I'm like on top of you about it, now you coming at me like I'm not accepting you. It's like, no, motherfucker, you need to be healthy, motherfucker. Like, that's my main thing, healthy. I don't care what the body shape, because body shape don't determine how healthy somebody is. I get that's how society tries to put it on. If you see a big muscular man, he's healthy. But I know a bunch of bodybuilders who got no knees. Like at 50, their knees are shot because they did all them fucking squats of 5,000 pounds and shit. It's like that fucking your knee. I don't need to do 5,000 squats or a 5,000 pound squat. I just need to do my body weight in squats. You know what I mean? Or a little bit more in case I gotta throw a motherfucker on my back and run with him for a little bit. But it's like,
bro,
so caught up with the outside, I realize that the inside, if not, is way more important than the outside, because the outside is gonna always, it's forever changing. When you meet a woman, no matter how bad she is, it's on the decline. You know what I mean? When you meet a nigga, no matter how fly he is, it's on the decline. And then on top of that, depending on how they maintain themselves, is how rapid it's gonna decline. Now, what's their inside like? They ain't shit on the inside? So why the fuck you trying to even smash or spend time with that? Just like your positive may rub off on them, you don't think some of their negatives gonna rub off on you?
That's it, you talk, that's it about the spirit, the energy shit.
Yeah, it's an energy exchange.
I was really
and it makes sense because like you gotta make a whole new motherfucking human with this shit.
Nigga Joseph, I think Anthony said, he said, you know why you attracted to horse? Jerk off too much. You watch so much porno that your neurological is set to, and then my man just told me yesterday, he said, yeah, because you so used to seeing it, when you in it, and it's not what you used to seeing, that's why your shit gonna be. That's why you start thinking of all other shit, because you so used to. And then I read, because I remember there was like, I read some shit that was like, yo, niggas always blaming condoms. It's like, a person with tools, you're not gonna blame the tool. It's the nigga using the tool. Yeah. So you're not used to using the tool. He said a lot of niggas wait until it's time to actually get pussy to actually throw on the ball. They're not used to it. So when it's time to do, you never practice with it. You don't be at home practicing. So when you do get it,
yo, that shit is real. Really and what's crazy is motherfuckers will practice with porno and you can't practice. Like porno is horrible for
OP, bro.
And the thing about it is like, at least for me, I don't know what niggas be watching, but it's like I can't watch porn the way I used to, and I can't watch people having sex. I can only watch women playing with themselves. Like solo, I need a solo girl, maybe with a toy, and just play. But I can't, cause all that other shit is like that's fake. That's fake. And even with the girls by themselves, like bitch, you lying. You just got in. Like bitch, calm the fuck down. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, it doesn't show you how to properly like this shit. What's this shit called? Premature ejaculation, right? PE, right? The reason why most niggas suffer from that is because they don't know how to fuck. You do what you see the nigga doing, plop, plop, plop. Don't get me wrong, there's plop, plop moments, but you gotta, it's like a song. You gotta, it's a, you can't just go in there, plop, 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 plop. If you go in there, plop, 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 and shit go bust. Shit go explode. There's a whole motion that that's why I love, I used to always do it to music, and I used to love it because it gives you a rhythm, and then and then on top of that, with the song, like at the bridge of the song at the end when it's getting all crazy, yeah, it get a little crazy, and then when it gets thick, and then it's like, yo, I last 4, 5, 6 songs, nigga, and it's like, but if you just go in there trying to plop, plop, plop the whole damn time, or don't warm up before you start trying to plop, 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 you know what I mean? And it's like, it's the same shit for the women. Who play with themselves or use the vibrators, not necessarily playing with stuff, but using the vibrators all the time and shit. It's like it desensitizes your shit. So now when you with a nigga, like he can't make you do that because he can't on 8. You know what I mean? Like our dicks don't vibrate. Not that I know of yet. If I do find out how to do that, I'm taking over the world. But anyway. But it's just like a lot of people don't men and women. You know what I mean? I heard when you always do that dot dot dot, it desensitizes the woman's walls. So now when you're doing slow shit, which is supposed to be just as good as when you getting your shit blocked out, it's like, okay, go faster. I don't feel nothing. Another thing too is like a lot of people don't want to be intimate with the motherfucker that they haven't seen. So it's like to be missionary, looking the bitch in the eye and stroking, slow stroking. That takes a lot of intimacy and vulnerability, and most people not trying to do that. Oh, face down, ass up. I don't even want to see a face. Like, what?
And what I'm learning, what I really accepted, bro, is a lot of short games, bro. Because if you played for the long game, you would never. I mean, if you can maintain, if you got the funds for it, you get your body cool or whatever. But what's gonna happen in 5-10 years, and you ain't got the bread to maintain it, bro? The next 5-10 years, bro, it's gonna be crazy, bro. But as men to see, and they said we get desensitized, which is true, to the make. Like, think about it, ass and titties. Before, back in the day, that I have. Nowadays, you can go anywhere and see that shit, bro. That shit is.
But I feel like that could be a good thing.
For sure.
Because.
Sure.
But people have to practice it, and that's what I've been trying to practice lately. Is when I see an attractive woman, ass titties, even if they have their ass and titties out, just appreciate it. And just keep it pushing. Don't have to go to, oh, I want to fuck her. Or, automatically sexualize it. Because it's like, I think that's what another thing that porn does. It's like, you see a naked woman, you think you have to touch her. You have to do something. This is the opportunity to, and if you don't, you're going to miss. And it's like, no, why? Like, me personally, I like being chest naked. You know what I mean? I don't know how women feel. I would assume because they got they balls on their chest. They got big ass, well, some women have titties, or bigger titties, but it's like, you know, the ones that got the flat under, I would assume you would want sometimes to, like, you know what I mean, let your shit breathe, you know what I mean, like, but it's like, you can't because of the society. Like, you could do that shit in Africa, places in Jamaica, third world, because it's like, they're not so, she's naked, my dick hard, I can't even be around a bitch, you know what I mean? And it's like, oh, damn, you know what I mean? Like, even me, like, I feel like if I went to a strip club, like, I'm not gonna, like, I want to see the show. I'm here for the show, bitch. I need you to see you do some acrobatics on the pole. Like, if you come in and you just want to do a lap dance to try to get me hard to, like, that shit not gonna work. Like, I don't find that abusive or, like, that's not my type of thing, you know what I mean? If I want a lap dance, it better be right before we about to fuck and we in a hotel, like, you know what I mean? Why are you gonna turn me on to not give me some? I don't get the whole process of it. Now, if you could do those, like, the shits that I be seeing, like, flying, I'm like, alright, you gonna get a stack, I can make it rain on you. But if it's like, I'm gonna go to the club, cause I got this one bitch who always give me lap dance for $40 and I give her an extra 20. Like, even with the private room shit, it's like, yeah, that doesn't sound appealing to me. I'm probably gonna go to a strip club one time. Alright. Just so I can say I've been to a strip club. But then again, when I do go, I'm gonna have to have a stack to make it, you know what I mean? I also want to be properly. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to a strip club for fucking $100.
And that's right.
You a lame ass nigga. How you gonna make it rain with $100 after your first thing is over? And that's a drizzle.
And you gotta buy a drink. It's all that you ain't doing.
So it's like, you know what I mean?
So
so if I got a hit song where girls could twerk to for the strip, you know what I mean? And now I gotta have a reason, you know what I mean? I got some money to throw at, so you know what I mean? Because I still want to support the strippers, even though I mean I condone what you do. You still out here working.
Nigga.
It's not even me condoning what you do, because it's not my job to condone or not condone what the fuck you do. If I'm at a strip club, my job is to do my part, which is I'm not the stripper, so I'm an observer, and I'm gonna, whenever I see something I like, I'm gonna throw money at it. That's African culture now, think about it, you know what I mean? When you go to weddings and stuff, like somebody's birthday, they go in the middle, they start dancing, and you throw money at them. It's us or America that's over-sexualized women from the beginning of time, so now it's made it the way it is, you know what I mean?
to the point of, yeah, bro.
My idea is, I don't know if I want to. Okay, I'm gonna give it to y'all. I think strippers should have strip classes for housewives and teach them different routines so they could go and spice up their, you know what I mean? And it's like, the way you know what women should do is send a man to the strip club to find a stripper that they like, and they'll be like, oh, okay, that's gonna be my because I like her moves and how she, alright, so I'm gonna learn from her the things. We gonna get a pole in the house in our bed, you know what I mean? It's like, that's what I would, you know what I mean? But it's like, yo, strippers. And then on top of that, with that group of women who's learning the course from that stripper, that group of women is gonna naturally just create a bond of just, you know what I mean? Whatever other traumas they dealing with, whether they're dealing with not feeling sexy or feeling beautiful inside, whatever the case may be, they're gonna naturally just have those conversations and just heal themselves, you know what I mean? Through stripping or through, you know what I mean? The art of loving yourself and being sensual and being okay or feeling safe to do that shit. And it's like, but we like to demonize shit and be like, oh no, they doing it wrong. Nah.
Of course, man. That's the weak, the lower side of human nature, man. When it's hard, niggas don't want to understand or care to understand. And you don't gotta agree with it, just understand. Because if you understand it, you will understand the concept of everybody's raised and sees the world differently.
Right.
Nah, especially if it's not interfering with your lifestyle, man.
Right, that's why I don't get why people so booty hurt by the LGBT community. It's like,
it's just
if it's not,
it's that shit deep, man. That's a whole. That's one of those that you niggas gonna have to do like 5 hours. Because you gotta do why this and then why that and then why this is that and then that is that. And you gotta go through you gotta start with a glossary of definitions first before you can start talking. Like, this is what tits mean. Right. That shit. But when I'm saying it's just, how you say it? People are finicky. So, you throw enough shit at them. So being offended, so I realized like the government, people in position of power, right, whether it could be select, whatever. Right. You throw enough shit at people, niggas is, some might choose this, some might choose that, and depending on if it's bad or not, you see people forget. Or they just stop thinking about it, or you just made a new song, a hit song that people refer to, so I don't care that you just beat your wife up. You feel me? That doesn't matter to me anymore. And so, as we live in though, like this has to be purgatory, bro. I swear to God, this is not it.
Nah, the thing about it is, I feel like, alright, so you see how you said this has to be purgatory?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about the whole heaven and hell shit, bro. Like, there's no heaven.
And there's no hell.
And there is no hell.
Facts.
But there is a heaven and hell on earth. In the prayer, the Lord's Prayer, they say, on earth as it is in heaven.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not everybody lives heaven. Most people live hell on earth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or only experience hell on earth.
The hellish part.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, and have few glimpses every now and then of heaven. You know what I mean? So it's just like, we see heaven just as much, but we're taught to, that's how I say, heaven and hell is both on earth, and it's very present. But what we're taught to pay attention to is the hell on earth. You know what I mean? And the suffering, and the pain, and the ego, and the mind, and the body, and the, you know what I mean? We're not taught to focus on the heaven on earth, which isn't really experienced through the physical body. It's more so experienced through the energy that's inside the body, that's harnessed by the body. So it's like we'll both see the same situation, and it will invoke fear in you.
Yeah.
And I would just have a quiet meditation sending positive vibes to the people I feel needed, and it's just like I continue doing what I do. And it's like, that's because it's like on earth bad things doesn't happen, doesn't mean hell isn't present. When the towers was attacked, that was obviously hell on earth, you know what I mean? That was a hellish act, you know what I mean? Even with some things that America's done to other countries are hellish acts, you know what I mean? So it's just not to say that hell is never present or heaven is never present. It's what you're paying attention to. And when you're able to align yourself with hell, then you're gonna work in perfect synchrony. You're gonna always see hellish stuff. You're gonna always act on hellish moves, you know what I mean? Somebody smack you, you're gonna smack them back and all that shit. But if you align yourself with the heaven principles, you're gonna always see heaven on earth. You're gonna always be around where all the good miracles are happening. You're just gonna always just happen to be passing there and catch it. You know what I mean?
Bro.
You're gonna always be, and it's like all the negative and horrible, horrific shit is gonna always just pass you. I was just over there and the whole tornado hit, blah, blah. Oh, I was just there and this whole motherfucker got kidnapped. Oh, I was just there. It's just like the flight right before. Oh, I had this flight, but I came early and they switched my flight, and then I got on the early flight, and the flight that I was supposed to be on, something happened. You know what I mean? It got delayed 12 hours. And people got stuck there, blah, blah. And it's just like, oh, that's crazy. I missed the storm. I was thinking, oh, because I was stuck in the storm and I wasn't able to go there, some crazy shit happened there. It's just like,
and being, I'm really, like you said, that if you see heaven, if you, even like that, you know, you gotta pay your dues. Because, all right, you made the flight, but now you got a baby on board.
Right.
That's wild and off flight.
Right.
Which happened to me, both flights, going and coming. Both times, bro. The first one, kid was autistic though, and I had no idea. All I know is the little homie was slapping the dog shit out of his mother. Like, I'm literally like, wow. My nigga like, oh.
The way you said is that I didn't know, but all I knew was he was smacking the dog shit out of his.
And I'm staring, I figured that out because I'm staring so hard.
Right, security guard mode over.
Yeah, bro, follow me like, yo. But then you see the movements and then you know enough. That's like, oh, this is why you mind your business.
Right.
Because had I jumped out the window and said some reckless shit, now you insensitive. And my seat is right behind the nigga on the other side. Right. So now you're gonna sit the whole flight as that nigga. So mind your business now. This is where I always tell, I listen to myself, bro. Like, mind your business, bro.
Yeah. You know what I try to do in moments like that? That where I start finding something annoying is choose not to be annoyed by it and ask myself, why is this making me uncomfortable? And a lot of times what I realize is when motherfuckers be wilding like that, the reason why we don't like that shit is because, nigga, I wish I could do that shit. Y'all wouldn't let me rock if I did that shit. If I was out here wilding, smacking the shit out of
y'all
why you let that nigga go?
I learned that when I was the counselor of little kids, the rich little kids downtown. Right. I called myself after like a month in, like, yo, bro, why you always angry at these little niggas, bro? Oh, you mad because they excited about bubbles popping and that blades is fire and that these niggas can run up and down and they won't listen because they find the way the water's coming out the fountain exciting. I'm like, yo, bro, that's kids, bro. Like, they ain't heard each other.
It's not even kids. That's joy.
Yeah, exactly. That don't be joy for you. You forgot
how to experience that yourself.
And it's like, I felt so ashamed, bro.
Sit your ass the fuck
bro,
down,
I felt so ashamed, bro.
Stop being happy, bro.
Yo, when you really word it how it's supposed to be, that's exactly what you're saying. Stop making yourself happy. Stop finding joy in the little things of life, bro. Cause I can't do it no more. It's like, damn, bro, don't be that way. And once I flipped that, the whole, like kids, I learned that's when I learned I'm ready for now. Cause once my energy was on static mode, them 4th grade boys, they's always, they always playing with like, yo, I don't like you. They do that. So once I flipped it, bro, the respect came, like, oh, this is how you're supposed to, they really pick up on energy. Yo, this little, he think.
They don't even know they picking up on energy.
Bro,
it's just what actually happened.
Bro, I remember this nigga,
enjoying life.
bro, I tried to sit the other little niggas down. and the bubble is just moving mad funny, bro. He's bro, and I gotta get them downstairs. I'm like, yo, let's go. Bro, and I caught myself getting enraged because then the smart ass, he's like, yo, why you so angry? I'm like, oh. And then I caught myself twice. I got into it with the little nigga, bro. Yeah. And then at the end of it, I felt like a loser, bro. I never felt like I won with the little nigga because it's like, those. He knows you're mad, and he's about to go continue doing whatever you was doing, bro. You just oh, get over that, and I'm like, so relax, my nigga. And then I'm relaxed, bro. And then when they do their weird shit, they look at me. Like now it's
see what the fuck you were doing.
And then they start mimicking me. That's when I started my waves. So they do like this with a paper, like I'm the RC. Like, yo, y'all little niggas is fucking.
Yo, I was reading this book, right? And the nigga was like,
yeah,
water's the most powerful thing. The reason why is because water is so soft, but it can also be strong. And it doesn't force itself anywhere. It allows itself to trickle down, squeeze through. It's very
formless.
Formless. Yeah. That was the word he used. So he was like, but though, in order to be water, you must always come down, always be at the bottom. You always gotta be. You always gotta be, because it's like. So now he was like, when somebody is fighting you or coming at you thing, right? Be water. You know what I mean? If it was a cup, a water wouldn't try to change the cup, the shape of the cup. It would just form to the shape of the cup to, to fit inside of it. You know what I mean? If it's a small little hole, it will slowly trickle.
It's gonna get in there, yo.
And it'll, you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm like, I bet. Like Jet Li was saying, I said Jet Li, Bruce Lee was saying some shit like that, be water, right? But the way the nigga broke it down, he was like, boom. So then my son, right? I just finished listening to you. My son came to me, right? And he was mad about something. This boy is, whoo, he be getting mad. And normally when he get mad, it's like, oh, you want to get mad and act the fucking fool? Wow. Sit your ass there until you good. You know what I mean? But I was about to do it, but I was like, be water. And I was like, all right, man. What's good with you, bro? Like, what happened? He just started getting madder and madder. My nigga just started stripping. I was just like, huh? Nigga pull off his pants. Blah, just his drawers on there. And I was just like, you testing me right now. You wanna see what we do? I'm gonna be water right now. I'm gonna be water. He's like, you gonna be water, nigga? Took off his drawers, dropped that shit on the floor, and I was just like, damn, nigga. I still gotta be water right. I gotta trickle, right? Cause you being extra. So I gotta drip right now. So I was just like, yo, bro, I see how you feel. I ain't gonna wild out on you, even though you wilding now. But and then he started trying to lean on the bed because he was standing for. I'm like, nah, you can't lean on. You can't be your ass down. Yeah. You can't sit down. I'm like, yo, bro, you can't sit on nothing right now. Right? And I was like, can you put your clothes? I can ask him to put his clothes on. And he's like, alright. Obviously don't want to put your clothes on. You're upset about something. And I was like, yo, what's good, bro? What's up? It wasn't until we ended up going into the living room, right? Bro, still mad, throwing a tantrum. My mom comes in. She has this wristband. She's like, who this for? I left it on the step. I'm like, that's mine. I'm like, bro, you want this? He takes it. He started messing with it, and he's still mad. And I was just like, yo, bro, you want to put on your underwears, please? And he's like, okay. Nigga go grab his drawers and put it on. I'm like, yo, you good? He's like, no, I'm upset. I'm like, yeah, I can see that. What's up? He's like, I don't want to take a nap. I'm like, I know, but it's nap time. Come on, bro. We do this every day. He's like, okay. I'm like, can you put the rest of your clothes on? He's like, yeah. Nigga go put his rest of his clothes on. I don't tell him nothing after that. Nigga go take his tablet, goes lay down and takes his nap. I'm like, what the fuck is this, bro? What the fuck is this, bro? What is this, man? Because usually I'd have grabbed that nigga, put him in the fucking back room and like, go your ass to sleep. That nigga went and did this shit on his own. I was like, I don't like you right now, because that was, and after that, I'm in the kitchen going back and forth because I didn't get my out. You know what I mean? And I'm feeling the type of way because I had to just stand there while this nigga just, wow, nigga, what the fuck you gonna do about it? And I just had to be like, that's how you feel. I ain't gonna do nothing. So my cousin, my nephew, like, what are you doing? Like, what just happened? First of all, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
Because I ain't never seen no shit like that before. You kind of like Jedi mind trick that nigga to put his drawers back on and go to bed. But why are you so upset right now? You got what you want. And I was just like, because I ain't get to. But I was still all like, and it's crazy like how we get so in our feelings. I'm his dad. He can't talk to me like that. So many, you know what I mean? It's just like, be water, nigga. Motherfucker came at you crazy. Oh shit, my fault. Alright. I'm gonna let you. You want some? You want some water? No, I don't want no water. Alright, you want a wristband? Apparently he wanted a wristband. That shit made him feel better. But it wasn't like I was trying to force something on him. I was offering him shit. I don't know what the fuck. I still didn't figure out that shit. I don't know what the fuck I did right. But shit, but that shit was just wild and crazy.
That and it worked.
It was just like, let me try not to get mad at the motherfucker. I was just like, yo, okay, you butt ass naked. And then I was admiring him because he was so comfortable being butt ass naked. I was just like, I wish I had that kind of like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm butt ass naked and what? Nigga, and I'm crossing my hands so you can see all of my shit. I'm not like this, nigga. I'm like this. I'm like, you are. I hope you never lose that. But don't be going around trying to get clothes on. But yeah, you should be proud of your naked body and shit. But anyway, like that shit blew my shit. I was like, what the hell just happened?
It was what we had we used to play football at the gym time with them, like that, right? And it got to the point they gave me all the, not how you say it, I had like the nerves and all that on my team, right? So it's the 4th grade boys, bro. I ain't gonna hold you shit as a movie, bro. I was quarterback and filling the other niggas quarterback, and it got to the point where it got tied. I mean, we was down by a touchdown, bro, and the class was about to end. And the little nigga who everybody be picking on, named Leonardo, bro. He was from Spain, bro. Like, nigga had the mushroom cut with the, but the DR, I'm talking about one of those, bro. And everybody used to pick on the nigga, bro. And I understood why they picked on him, but it still ain't right, my nigga.
That's a fact.
I'm that good. But nigga, and like you said with the kids, and I'm like, and then I was, you got this, because it got to a point where they started looking for me for bro, worked on my mother, bro. This little movie shit, bro. I gave him the ball. This nigga said, worked on my mother, the music. This nigga said, the nigga who be bullying him, nigga hit him. That nigga fell, bro. Nigga weaved through the whole team, touchdown. My nigga almost cried, bro. And that's when I worked on my mother. I looked at the nigga like, yo, what you doing?
I slow motion.
And I'm telling you, bro, I did not like this.
The nigga took his glasses off and started.
Word to my mother, bro. That's what he did, bro. He got up and hit. Nigga like, my nigga.
Bully that bitch.
And that was the one who always.
Whoa, Billy, come on.
That was the nigga who always. Like, yo, Leo, you gotta go. Your line is over here, bro. We going this way. Word to my mother. I find this nigga all the way at the other side of the room. So I didn't really like this nigga until I'm realizing, bro, I really was embarrassed. It took kids, bro. And these was rich niggas. I'm talking about, yo, what you doing for summer? This nigga said, I'm going to the World Cup, and then my family's going to Madrid. And then we going to Italy because I like the pasta there. My nigga, this nigga is in 4th grade, bro.
I want my children talking like that. I name you king to be like, oh, I want some oodles and noodles. Nah, nigga. Dad, why you taking me back to Italy?
Bro,
I need some of that pasta.
I like the bread. This piece they got in the pizza shop on the corner and such and such. I say, yo, bro.
On the corner of da-da-da and ba-da-da.
It hit me. I'm like, bro, you gotta shut up and learn from these little niggas, bro. And that's the teacher. Those little kids, them little niggas is bad. The other nigga told on pops to me like,
the greatest teachers. The greatest fucking and you know how they say kids are mean? Nah. No, they say they say kids are mean. Oh, go to school, kids are mean. No, kids are not fucking mean. They are lesson teachers. They are here to teach you lessons.
To really remind,
you know what I mean?
To really
it goes two ways, because they what I realize with kids is they don't have the foresight to know what not to say, because it would make them, you know what I mean? They haven't been through enough experiences to know if I say this right now, it's gonna shift the whole and make everything awkward. You know what I mean? And even the awkwardness, they may not even feel it
because
because they don't know the rules of the social rules. You don't say somebody's fat out loud. You know what I mean? Yeah, they are kind of big. We all can see that. You know what I mean? But that motherfucker who heard that shit and it hurts their feelings, it's like, did the kid lie? You know what I mean? Did he do something? Was he on something like, now I'm gonna say, he like, ew, look at that fat, ugly lady, why she so goddamn big? And her parents start laughing with her, like, yeah, she is dead. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's some next shit, but it's like, the book I was reading, the dude said he came into class, right? He was a teacher, and he had a little pot belly, but he never realized it. And there was some kid, they put a shirt in and they was making fun of him, and until he saw that, you know what I mean? He was able to laugh at himself, but it's like, it wasn't until then he realized, oh, I gotta start doing something about this shit. He said since that day he started running, he run like 8 miles every day.
You don't remember when Kevin Gates said he lost weight because the babies kept trying to suck his titties? Nigga said the baby kept trying to suck my titties, so nigga said, nah, I had to lose weight, my nigga. Yeah, it comes up, if you can't embarrass yourself,
right? But the thing about it is, like, kids will tell you that
kids
shit.
They're so honest, bro.
Right. My nephew came up to me and he was like, Uncle, you still got belly, nigga. And it's like, yo, nigga, I've been all by shit, nigga. Like, this is the slimmest my belly has been in like my whole life, nigga. You know how? And then it's like, this nigga little weight, he got a little more than me. But he like, yeah, Uncle, I can't see your biceps. It's not. I don't got the action. And so he like, it's the same thing as mine, Uncle. It's just like,
yeah.
Oh, them little niggas, yo, they never gonna cry when they go to school, cause yo, my little nigga played us, and yo, my nephew the other day, hilarious story. He finally beat me on one-on-one and be like, that nigga, no, bro. The nigga started crying, bro. Cause what happened was, it was 20 and I had like 15, right? And then what happened was the same shit that always happens.
That'd be the worst.
I stopped trying to shoot threes,
and I was playing ball now. Yeah, you're a funny nigga.
And on top of that, he getting too excited, so he not playing no more. So right, I'm like, yo, bro. So then I'm starting to catch up. I'm at 19. I'm like, yo, bro. He's now full blown crying. I'm like, bro, this is the moment. You did not lose yet. Keep fucking playing right now, son. You think you're too far into the future, bro. Focus on right now. Stay here. Do you know the pressure you was talking about? This is the pressure. You gotta be able to play through this pressure. You almost did. I know I got 19, but I'm like, I'm gonna beat you with a 3. So I kept shooting threes at that point, right? So then he got the rebound, and then he crossed me, like legit crossed me. And it was just like, but he was still crying. He was so caught up. And I was like, what the fuck you say? You say motherfucker. He's like, you hurt me. I'm like, nah, nigga, your feelings is hurt because you cried before you knew you won't. You didn't even know you didn't say you started. Then he bust my ass again, like, and he solidified it. And I'm like, you don't cry, guy? He's like, no, I beat you. I was like, all right, fine. Because he stayed talking shit, bro. He can't help himself. It's not on purpose. He's just like, damn, I just did you just see that? How you let me do that?
Nah, he one of those. Nah. Oh, he told shit, yeah.
Oh, bro, I love it.
You let me do that.
I love it though, because it's like, it really.
You let me do that.
It really be having me in my feelings. I'm like, yo, you really hurt that your nephew.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
But it's like, before that, like, he would really think he's about to win, and I'll just like shut the whole thing down, and then, because the thing about it is, like, I always knew once it gets close to the end, he's and start to.
Nigga, you know
I'm
what's
like,
so weird, bro?
Play through that shit. Play
They
through
had
that
to,
shit.
nigga, they had to pack me up because once the kids got comfortable with me, I started doing it how I was raised, in the senses. You know, when you was young, playing with the older kids, you playing older rules.
Right.
Niggas is not taking it easy on you, bro. I'm talking playing dodge, I'm throwing the ball at these niggas and they boom. So now we got some shit, we play kickball with the counts. So it got so spicy, it got to the point, that's when I knew they loved me, bro, because we, bro, the lilies wouldn't listen, lined up, all on the fence, ready for kickball. Like, yo, let's go. It got to the point where the watcher, the supervisor nigga was like, this kickball game too serious, bro. I'm kicking this shit out the school. Nigga, I kicked the shit out the school. Had to go in the street to get the ball, my nigga. Bro, I'm talking about niggas missing catches. Like, I'm like, yo, why you missed that catch, bro?
Summer camp.
That's what he. And then it was over once I ran into the little girl. And then I'm like, yo, Brad, she shouldn't be there. She shouldn't. And then I got mad at her. Like, yo, she shouldn't be there, bro. Bro, I ran right.
Are you outfielder?
Oh, facts, bro, just like that, bro. Like, why are you over here? Bro, I ran, I knocked her right down, bro, on some boom. And I missed the catch, and the nigga scored. That shit had me tight.
Damn, sorry, Lily. I'm so sorry, Lily.
My nigga never tell me,
Shout out
bro.
to Lily.
And that's bro, I hit it to her mad hard, bro.
Oh, man,
and then
that's
he sent me the
fucking
email at the end, was like, I appreciate you was never late. I appreciate you was never late and your influence, but
you going a little too hard.
we're not gonna give you a contract the next year. Bro, I'm talking about to the point of, though they'll be running away. They had the super duper dodgeballs too. They run away, bro. Then there was the cool ones. Then there was a nigga who lined me up though, because he wanted to be cool. Because you know the bad little niggas, they bad. So you could beat them up, but them niggas don't care, bro, because they fucking with you too.
Right.
The other nigga tried to get involved, bro. This nigga told his mom, I choked the nigga, bro. And I think the nigga actually saved me a case, bro, to be honest with you, my nigga. He said, yo, bro, we gonna have to fire him or we gonna put a case on this nigga. I ain't even say, yo, bro, I was so mad when I heard that, bro.
That's why
And then I got scared because it's like, the
I don't
nigga told you.
I don't play with nobody.
How you feel though? If a nigga's like, yo, dad, this counts as choke me, my nigga. Off the rip, bro, your first reaction
No.
is,
See, this is shit. You gotta know what type of kids you got.
oh, that's what
Not to say it's okay, but and I'm not, you know what I mean? But if my son came home and told me that, I'll be like, we gonna go up there. But what the fuck did you do, nigga? How did y'all get to that position?
How did you even?
Because I know he didn't just come up to you and just grab you and start choking you. Wait, that might be a possibility. So what did you say? What did you say? Like, for my daughter, I'll be like, nah, we should, because I know she's not gonna do no shit to put herself in this. Like, you know what I mean? But my son, I'll be like, damn, what the hell? So what that? You burned this nigga house down? Like,
What did you say to this nigga? Yo, that's what they said. The nigga, I say some shit. Nigga said,
I'm scared of my son sometimes.
That's
so
what nigga said, bro. Nigga said, yo, but I feel bad for Lucifer. Baby Lucifer's teacher. So I'm gonna supply her all year, you know, with some goodies and shit. Yo, that's how you know. Like, yo, my kid is really, he gonna be a problem.
He's challenged.
He gonna be
not a problem. He's challenged. You know what I mean?
Bro, you ready for them calls, my nigga?
All the preconceived notions of you thinking you the teacher and he's a student. He gonna teach you some things, all right?
Yeah, you ready for them phone calls, bro?
Nah, like, he gonna be good.
Nah, yeah.
I got an idea for him.
Copy.
I'm about to do it with my daughter, but I guess I'm gonna start with him earlier. Like, yeah, like that nigga. Once that nigga could talk, and we could start communicating.
Hell yeah, bro. That's gonna be the fire time. That's gonna be the fire time, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Well, from what I see myself, I know myself well enough to be able to recognize myself. And it's just like, I just figured it out, like with parenting. You gotta inception your child. You gotta plant the idea in their head and let them grow it. And no, it is gonna come from them because you just plant it, and it's just like. But the thing about it is, what happens after you plant the seed, you got to let it grow the way they grow. It's not gonna grow in their head the way it grew in your head, and you can't try to push the way it grew in your head onto them. So it's just like you gotta plant the seeds and make sure they soil fertile enough so they could give it the right nutrients to the plant. But it's
just
like,
let it grow.
and it's their idea because it's like you have the idea, like the idea would be kindness. Why do you need to be kind even though there's not a God in the sky that's gonna smite you if you don't be kind? And it's just like energy exchange, so it's like, okay, I feel good when I'm nice to people.
You want to build that bank up every how, bro. In this world,
if they figure it out, and on top of that, most I realize why they do not say kids don't listen. Nobody fucking listens. The reason why is because nobody wants to be told what the fuck to do or how shit is. Everybody want to figure it out for themselves. And it's like, oh, word? I bet. I didn't know that. I think the same way. So I'm not gonna go listen to my audiobook and tell my daughter, this is what I learned from the audiobook. I'm gonna listen to the audiobook with her and we just got conversations about it. Yo, what you think about this shit? What are you talking about? I don't know. What you think? Okay, cool. And I put in, like, I'll keep the conversation rolling, but I'm not gonna really try to put my input in unless she asks me. But it's just like, which is gonna be the hard part. But it's just like, and then she could be completely wrong. Be like, okay, I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
Let's try it and see.
You don't want to tell her she wrong. Yeah.
Because it's not, she's not wrong. She's exploring.
Exactly.
And it's like, if I'm always telling somebody how to, like, she's not gonna know how to explore. So now when she's on her own in life,
she's always
and she
gonna
gotta
look
figure
for
out,
that.
she's looking for, so she's gonna be taking people's advice rather than exploring and figuring out what it is for her. And it's just like, oh, that's how you. Okay, but that shit is hard as fuck though.
Hell yeah, bro. But once you there, you there.
Yeah, like, I got the idea. But yeah.
That's that kid shit.
I was started DRC ended. That's another episode. Oh, that's perfect. 45. Or 46.
Talk Your Shh is brought to you by PainInTheCulo.com and your boy Remy Roy causing that ruckus, where real ones come to talk about real nigger shit. You dig?